Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to understand how to send Stripe data to another application using API by Pabbly. So the objective of our today's video is that as soon as a new customer is added in a Stripe account, automatically the details of that customer should be sent to another application which is not natively integrated with Pabbly Connect. So to integrate that application with Pabbly Connect, we are going to use a feature by Pabbly which is API by Pabbly. So over here we are going to create a connection between Stripe and API by Pabbly. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So in Pabbly we have the concept of trigger and action. For trigger we are going to use Stripe, and for action we are using API by Pabbly. So if you also wish to learn this process step by step, follow me through the screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we are going to learn how to send Stripe data or another application using API by Pabbly. For this, I have already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as you'll open the landing page of Pabbly, you are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I am an existing user, so I am going to click on sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with the automation we are going to click on this button right over here which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to send Stripe data to another application using API by Pabbly. And then we are going to click on create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. By this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now we are going to select our trigger application which is Stripe because I want to send the Stripe data to another application which is not natively integrated with Pabbly Connect. So for that I'm going to search for Stripe and select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select new customer because I want that as soon as a new customer is created in my Stripe account, automatically my workflow should be triggered. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are going to use this URL in order to create a connection between our Stripe and our Pabbly's workflow. So first I'm going to copy this URL. And then we are going to read the help desk and follow it. It is saying sign in to your Stripe account and navigate to developers page. Once you reach the developers page, go to webhook and click on add endpoint. So I have already logged in my Stripe account, and it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. And now from here we have to go on developers. And now we have to go on webhooks right over here. So I'm going to open this. And now we are going to click on add endpoint. And from here it is asking me the endpoint URL. So we are going to paste the URL we copied from our workflow. And now it is asking me for the description. So if you wish you can add the description right over here. But I'm going to leave it as blank because this is not the required field. I'm going to move on forward and it is saying listen to. So we are going to keep it as events on your account. And then for the version we are going to keep it as latest API version. And then we are going to click on select events. And from here we are going to select the event as customer created. So I'm going to search for customer created right over here. And over here you can see customer created. So I'm going to select it. And then we are going to click on add events. And yes, after doing all this, we are going to click on add endpoint. And yes, you can see that we have successfully saved the webhook in our Stripe account. And now we have to do a test submission. So to do this, I'm going to open customers in a new tab. And now from here we are going to create a customer. So I'm going to click on add customer. And now I'm going to name the customer as demo user. The email as user@pabblytudes.com. We are going to leave the description as blank. And then for the billing information, I'm going to enter the number as this. And then we are going to click on add customer. And yes, you can see that we have successfully created a customer. Over here you can see demo user, the same email. So this means that we have successfully created a Stripe data. So I'm going to open my workflow and check that if Pabbly has captured the response or not. And yes, you can see that Pabbly has captured the response, the name of our customer, the phone number of our customer, and also we can find the email of our customer right over here. So this means that my trigger step is successful, and now we are moving on to our action step. For our action application, we are going to select API by Pabbly. So I'm going to search for it and select it. This is a feature by Pabbly only. And now for the action event, we are going to select execute API request. And then we are going to click on connect. And now it is asking me for some details. So to do this, first I'm going to let you know that I'm using MailerLite as an example application right over here. If you wish, you can create an integration between any application which is not natively integrated with Pabbly Connect. So first I'm going to open my MailerLite, and over here you can see that this is my MailerLite account. And to do this setup, I have already opened developers.mailerlite.com. So you have to open this in a new tab. And now from the left side bars, we have selected subscribers post, because I want to post the data or send the data to another application using API by Pabbly. So that's why we selected this right over here. And over here you can see the curl request. So we are going to copy this and then we are going to paste this in our workflow. So first we are going to open this 3 dots, and then from here you can see import curl request. So I'm going to click on this, and then we are going to paste the URL we copied and then click on import curl request. And yes, you can see that all the details have already been filled in. So we don't have to change major details. We just have to change some details like the API key. So we have to paste the API key from the MailerLite right over here. So to do this, I am going to open my MailerLite account. And from here, we are going to go on integrations. And over here you can see API, so I'm going to click on use, and now you can see all the API tokens that I've created. So if you wish, you can click on generate new token, and then you can give the token name. So I'm going to give the token name as test key, and then we are going to agree with the terms and conditions and click on create token. And over here you can see that this is my API token. So I'm going to copy this token, and then we are going to paste this in our workflow. And now after pasting my API token, we are going to move on forward. And over here you can see that it is asking me for email, name and company name. So I'm going to map these details. So first we are going to erase the details which are already filled in. And now we are going to map these. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Stripe as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as I'm going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new customer created in my Stripe account. And also after mapping these details, automatically my workflow would be ready to run in real time too. So I'm going to search for email right over here and map the email, which is user@pabblytudes.com. And now for the name, I'm going to search for name right over here and map the name, which is demo user. So after mapping name and email, we are going to move on forward. As you can see that I've left the company name as blank because this is not the required field. And over here you can see that I pasted the curl request right over here. And then I didn't change any of the thing. I just entered the API key and mapped the email and the name of my customer. And then we moved on forward, and now we are going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received the positive response that a new subscriber has been created in our MailerLite 2 with the help of the details of our Stripe customer. So we are going to open our MailerLite, and then we are going to go on subscribers and check that if a new subscriber has been created or not. And yes, you can see a new subscriber has been created, user@pabblytudes.com. So this means that my workflow is successful, and I'll just test the workflow once, and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So for this, I'm going to open my Stripe account. And over here, I'm going to create a new customer. So I'll name the customer as test user this time. The email as testing@pabblytudes.com. And then we are going to move on forward. We are going to enter the phone number as this. And after entering all the details, again we are going to click on add customer. And now you can see customer created. This means that we have successfully created a customer in our Stripe account, and now our workflow is triggered. Pabbly captured the response of the customer created and further created a new subscriber in our MailerLite 2 with the help of the same details. So I'm going to open my MailerLite and check that if a new subscriber has been created or not. This time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. We'll directly open our MailerLite. And then we are going to refresh this page. And yes, you can see a new subscriber has been created, testing@pabblytudes.com. So this means that my workflow is successful, and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For our trigger application, we selected Stripe, and then for the trigger event, we selected new customer. Pabbly gave us a webhook URL, so we used this URL in order to create a connection between our Stripe account and our Pabbly's workflow. And then we did a test submission. Pabbly captured the response of the test submission, and then we moved on to our action step. For our action application, we selected API by Pabbly, and then for the action event, we selected execute API request. And over here, I'll let you know that I used MailerLite as an example application. You can use any another application which is not natively integrated with Pabbly Connect. And after that, I just copied the curl request from here and pasted in my workflow. And then Pabbly filled in all the details. We just had to enter the API right over here, which we copied from our MailerLite account, and also we mapped the details like email and the name. And again, we clicked on save and send test request, and over here you can see the 2 subscribers I created during this video. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video, and for your reference, I'll just clone the workflow and share the workflow link in the description box. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.